Hi there, brothers and sisters. You are most welcome. I hope you're okay. Uh, Today, let us focus on the issue concerning the 12 years of Libya without Gaddafi and the vision of Gaddafi on the United Africa. Before I proceed, let us explain a little bit on the real situation in Libya. Libya is not at ease. It is almost 12 years since the Pan-Africanist and famous leader from Libya, Muhammad Ghaddafi, was removed from power and murdered. Since then, Libya is not at peace. And recently, Libya has expelled the ambassador of Britain, US, France, and Italy from the country. Also, the Libyan House of Representatives recommended that Libya should impose an oil embargo on the West. And all of us, we know that Libya has Africa's largest proven oil reserve, despite many seeing Nigeria as the country with the largest oil reserve in the African continent due to its maybe prominence and popularity. The truth is that the country with the largest oil reserve in Africa is actually Libya. The oil in Libya is quite good as it has low sulfur content. Also, because of its Mediterranean coastline, the price to ship oil from Libya to the European market is cheap. So it is doing well in the European market. Interestingly, oil is cheap in Libya as it costs a little over a US dollar $1 per barrel. That is about Libya, but I want to focus on the vision of famous leader Gaddafi. Gaddafi had a vision and strong belief on uniting Africans. He believed a united Africa would speak with one voice at international forums such as United Nations and manage to bargain and be seen as an equal partner. He's standing for a united state of Africa, which he pushed for many years, hoping one day to have a unified African government. Gaddafi believed this was the way in which Africa could develop without Western interference and depending on the West. In one of the famous speech, Gaddafi often outlined his plan to create a new united Africa with its own currency, one army to defend the continent, and a single passport. That was the vision of Gaddafi. Not only Gaddafi, remember this vision started almost 60 years ago when our founding father met in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, and discussed to have a united Africa. But at the end of the day, this dream are still on papers, because at that time the leader of Ghana, Kwame Nkrumah, said that Africa must have one army, one currency, one government, and we must not live Addis Ababa without those staffs. But at the end of the day, the debate was failed. As I said, Gaddafi wanted to introduce a gold dinar to back African currencies, those freeing them from the dollar standard. And this was the things that many people didn't want, especially those from other side. Gaddafi also longed to protect Africa's natural resources from what he referred to as Western looters. Despite being dealing from most African countries, a record of human rights abuse and corruption in his country turned many Libyans against him. And when the winds of the Arab Spring reached Libya, people held mass protests against him, giving a Western army an opportunity to move in. At the end of the day, Gaddafi was removed and murdered. Let us focus on the issue of united Africa. This has been preached for almost 60 years. Kwame Nkrumah said about this, and other freedom fighters spoken about this, and in the generation of Mugabe and Ghaddafi spoken the same issue. And recently we hear the current generation like Julius Malema and other young leaders speaking about the united Africa. But why it is so difficult for Africa to come together? That's the big question that we have in our minds. We talk about united Africa. We see the importance of Africa to unite. But why it is so difficult for the people of Africa to come together and unite, to form a single government? What's wrong? When will these dreams come true? We are talking about the Agenda 2063. Will we achieve Agenda 2063 without coming together, without silencing the guns? I don't know, maybe you know much than me. Please, if you have any idea, you have any comment, please write in the comment section. Our generation desire a better Africa, a united Africa. We want to see the free movement of people and goods. We want to see the people moving from Senegal, Dakar in Senegal, to Durban in South Africa. The same people from Dar es Salaam to Congo Brazzaville without asked visas, without any charges. Can we achieve borderless Africa? That is the big question that we have, and this answer must be provided by our political leaders to make sure that Africa become a united. So today I was I was just presenting the vision of Gaddafi. It is almost 12 years since he was removed from power, and the vision of Gaddafi didn't continue. Those who are in power in Libya, they don't have those kind of idea of uniting Africa. Will Africa come together, or will continue to be divided? With those few words, let me say thank you.